Hi, welcome back. Dr. Drainz, Apple Drainz of North Carolina. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you DIYers how to build a proper surface inlet for your yard and not have to use a catch basin. You can use a catch basin if you like. It's a little more expense. If you got the proper grade and it's going downhill, that water is going to wash all that stuff out. You can always go back and clean it if you want to. But I want to show you how to keep that from happening most of the time. So I'm going to show you what we're going to use. We're going to use our 6-ounce fabric. This is a scrap piece. By the way, 6 ounce, not from Lowe's. Don't buy that stuff from Lowe's and Home Depot. I've already done a video about what fabric, where you can go get it. There's a bunch of them out there, but most of them are garbage and they don't work. Non-woven geosynthetic. We use a 6 ounce. You can use a 4. They have 8. This may be 8. This is an 8. You can use a 4, 6, or an 8. We use a 6. It's a little tougher. It's needle punched. But most importantly, watch that other video. Non-woven geotextile material. Don't buy it at Lowe's. Oh my gosh, don't do that. So, you can buy these. This is a little surface cap. I'll zoom in for Sarah. This is from MDS. Our partners over at Crumpler are going to get some more of these for us so we don't have to buy them from Lowe's. It's just a cap. It actually plugs, but this is really cool. And biodegradable rubber bands. Why biodegradable? Well, because I love the earth. And if I'm going to shove something in the ground, it's going to be something that I don't have to worry about. So biodegradable. These are a little large. I'm going to zoom in here. Sarah can take a look at that. There it is. Got it, Sarah? I got nothing to sell you except my services. So DIYers, go on Amazon. Again, these are a bit large, but we double them up. So what do? Well, I take this, and I put that, and I put a rubber band on it, like this. And then I go through, and I trim off the edges. Now, I'm going to shout out here real quick. If you think you're going to cut this 6 or 8 ounce or 4 ounce fabric with a pair of scissors, no. You'll get 2 swipes, and the scissors are done. Here's a brand, and again, no sponsorship here. Crescent Wise, titanium coated. They have a couple of different styles of these, but if you go, I bought these off of Amazon. Go on Amazon, pull these up. These are not normal scissors. These are heavy duty for real work. So DIYers, I think they're 20, 30 bucks. If you're going to be cutting some material, buy these. So all you do is you go around, pull it up, and this is going to be a little sloppy, but you cut this to fit. Oh, by the way, welcome back to the Beat Laboratory. Right. Alright, this is a little sloppy, but you get the idea. You want it to come up to the edge right here, like right about there. You trim it out, you get it really nice, and then, after we take a break here, I'm going to show you how to put it in the pipe and how it works. And we're back here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to assemble a proper surface inlet. So, some folks will call it a blind inlet, surface inlet. Call it what you want to. Call it chocolate cake. We're going to make some chocolate cake here. The whole purpose of the chocolate cake, the surface inlet, is to take the water that immediately hits the top of the ground into our solid pipe, not perforated, not into our French drain. We can do this completely separate. We can do it by itself, or we can put it in a French drain. And all my customers from now on will have an option to whether you want to do the whole shebang or you just want to do it this way. I can tell you this will be probably about 40% less cost. It's not as much labor, not as much stones, less equipment, less time. I'm not trying to be cheap with this, but this is definitely an option and it definitely works. So, imagine, if you would, this is one end, and if Sarah can come over here, just look from the side. This is sitting in your trench, all right? This is the trench. It's sitting in the bottom of the trench, all right? This is one end of your solid pipe. Let's say this is coming from, you're not there. This is coming from downspouts. All right, this is a T from our friends at Crumpler Pipe, North Carolina company. You just slide it in there. Yes, sir, something like that. Snap. So we got one there. Now this is simulating another solid pipe, which is going down, and you're going to catch some more, heading towards the street maybe. So we're going to put this on here. Sorry, I'm right-handed. Snap, crackle, pop. Okay, so we've got one end of the pipe coming in, The other end coming out. Now what we want to do is Sarah can slide over here again. And we're going to look at it from this side. So this is our trench. This is sitting in the bottom of the trench. And now we need to go up. So what we want to do, we want to come up to where it's just under the surface a little bit. So in the low spot of the yard, it's a little belly. We're going to assume that's a belly. All right, thank you, Sarah. So this is a super long piece of pipe, but that's okay. Put that on there. Okay, and again, we try to borrow stuff from Crumpler Pipe, which is a North Carolina company, but obviously you can go buy this anywhere you'd like, any big box store. So if you can imagine, bottom of our trench, this is an extension. And I'm going to back up a second here. Anytime you connect solid pipe in the ground, you want to use a really good quality PVC tape. It's called, just go on Amazon, PVC tape. It's rubber, it's usually black. Sometimes it's got letters on it, sometimes it doesn't. But what you do is you wrap this really tight and it squeezes it. What that does is, it doesn't allow the roots to get in there. It doesn't allow the water to seep out and create a little puddle, because those roots want to go right there, they'll get in there and mess it all up. So PVC tape's some really good insurance. Now, we're going to take our fancy drain here, and you're just going to literally just pop it on top. You're going to rest it in there, and of course this is in the ground. So it's going to sit like that. And if you can imagine, the water's here, the water's going to come down, and it's going to be filtered right there. So as the customer, for all the customers that are going to do this, when we put these in, we're going to leave you a few extra filters. We already have them cut up. We're going to give you some rubber bands, or you can put them in a sandwich bag and put them in the crawl space. If you ever go out and you're like, oh my goodness, it's backed up. Well, all you got to do is pull it off, take this off, and if the rubber band's still good, reuse it, put another filter on there, and slide it back on there. So what's going to get in here? Maybe some chunks of clay after the first installation, maybe some grass over time. No big deal. You mow over this, you walk on it. These things are really, really sturdy. They're ow, that hurt. They're really, really tough. So you can walk on them and do whatever you like. But most importantly, you got to keep the trash from getting into your solid pipe. So you know, at the gutter, you're going to have some leaves get through there, and they may get in here, and you know, every 5 or 10 years you might have to have it cleaned out. Maybe if you get a good enough pitch and you're washing that stuff out, it'll find its way out. So I usually put at least one catch basin on the job just for clean out. But if you're like, oh, how are you going to clean that out? Well, you can pop this off, little Jimmy, and then you can clean that way. Or, little Jimmy, you can go over to the little downspout, and you literally just pull it down, and you can run your cord through there, and you can clean it that way. Now, Bubba and Cledis are not going to do this. Bubba and Cledis are going to come tear your yard up with a shovel, throw this in the ground, and tell you that everything's fine. And then they're going to ask for cash up front, probably. And if they come back, they'll probably take half up front. And if they come back, they're going to do the job. They're going to collect cash. And Bubba and Cledis are going to change their phone number about every 30 days, because you know they can't afford a Verizon plan. They ain't got the credit for that. Bubba and Cledis are going to go to Walmart and get a disposable phone. And Bubba and Cledis are going to take that phone, they're going to throw it away and get a new number, because Bubba and Cledis ain't coming back to your house, because Bubba and Cledis don't care. Apple Drainz cares. We always say there's no one way to do it right. There's several ways to put it in a yard drain, several right ways. There's a lot more ways to do it wrong. If you're using the Bubba and Cledis, I don't care if you're using it for Apple drains, for yard drainage, HVAC, electrical, appliance repair, working on your cars, it's just not going to work. They're not going to come back and honor what they've done. They're not going to do quality work like this, for sure. So, my guy said you can't do that. All right, well, your guy is probably not correct. Your guy probably has his way of doing things, and he doesn't like change, and he wants to do it his way, and he wants to pretend that he's the best in the world. I am not the best drainage contractor around, but I am damn good. My people are good. Every single one of my people are background checked. I know if they've got a record. I know what their driving record is. I check all of this. I don't take their word for it. So all the people that step on your property from Apple Drainz of North Carolina, are employees, full-time employees. They work hard. I pay them well, and we do good quality work. This is just a small example of what we do. All right, I really hope this helps the DIY. What's it cost? It's about $5. These are about $5, and then your pipe. They're not expensive. It's easy. Again, most importantly, if your ground is here, don't make it this high. You want this just below the ground, and you want it in a low spot preferably, to catch all that water before it saturates your yard. And then it'll disappear. You can have a true French drain right next to it, working with it. It's good stuff, guys. I really hope this helped the DIY. Thanks for stopping by the Beat Laboratory. And as always, have a great day.